Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about Kwan Yin and how she came into my life. It's really a funny story how some things happen. I always felt very attracted to Asia and Buddhism, and I loved the Buddha, just the statue, to see it somewhere as a decorative element, even in a furniture store, just lightens me up. I don't know. I think maybe because of my incarnations in Asia, India, Tibet, and all over the place. I still have some relations, and I feel drawn to special things. So I went once in a nearby town in the beginning of spring to the Buddhist Vesak Fest. That's a feast. I think it's Buddha's birthday or something in the middle of May. I'm not quite sure. I just saw an advertisement that there is a little gathering in a park in the nearby town, and I felt, oh, I'd like to go there and have a look. And there were a lot of stands, information stands, and stands with food, exotic, wonderful Asian food, and a lot of different things like that. And I walked around and had a look here and there, and then suddenly, when I passed by a tent, a woman came running out of the tent directly towards me, although there were a lot of other people around, and she gave me a little plastic card. This one, with a Chinese or Asian, no more Chinese looking woman, and I couldn't even read what's written there. And on the back side, it's full of this kind of noodle language because I can't read it. I don't even know whether it's Korean or whatever. No idea. And I could not talk with her because she didn't speak German. And well, she just handed me this plastic card with a Chinese woman and made some gestures like please take it and blessings and something like that. Well, okay, I took it and I thanked her, and then I went on and forgot about this plastic card. And next day at home, when I emptied out my pockets of the jacket I had worn when I was in the park the day before, visiting the Buddhist communities with their celebration of Vesak, I took it out and I started wondering who that is because, I'm German. So I was infiltrated more or less from childhood on only with Christianity and didn't know that much about all the other things that existed. So I never heard of Kwan Yin. And researching in the internet about this picture of the Chinese looking woman standing upright in a lotus flower, I found quickly that this is Kwan Yin. And I read and researched a little bit about her and found that she's a bodhisattva, means an incorporation, a female one, of the Avalokiteshvara Buddha. So, okay. Other sources named her as the goddess of compassion with the byname she who pays attention to all the sounds of suffering. Wow, what a byname. And I found the legend that she was offered a spiritual awakening so she could leave this world and go on to the next one. And right at the moment on the threshold to the other world, she turned her head and looked around and looked back. And as she still saw people suffering, she decided not to go and to deny her own enlightenment or step to the next world, and more or less stated, I will stay until the last one is healed and free. Ooh, wow, that really touched me, nearly brought me to tears because, well, everybody heard about compassion, but to really feel it, that's a different thing. And I hadn't felt it before. So there was already some kind of connection in my heart. And then some years later, when I was in Brazil in a very relaxed state, as always, there on the porch of the house where I stayed, with lush green tropical environment around me, chilling in the hammock, I closed my eyes and suddenly, boom, Kwan Yin appeared in front of my mind's eye, my inner eye. And I saw her standing upright, but not on a lotus. It looked like a wave, and it was kind of greenish water, not that much blue. And the closer I looked at the wave, because I wondered somehow in my ego mind, how can a person stand on a moving wave? And the wave was never falling on top, but it was always, she was on the crest of the wave, standing and moving with the crest of the wave. And it turned out that the wave was a water dragon, because I saw his eyes suddenly lightening up, and I saw a little bit of his features in the wave of water. And she was surrounded by clouds of rosy color mist. So she was coming all in rosy colors, rosy and white, and with this green water dragon. And I was in awe looking at her with my jaw dropped down, because she was so beautiful and radiating. She was kind of radiating light. And when I looked at her and I didn't know what to do or what to say or what to ask, she started the conversation and she said, I am Kwan Yin. I am one of your spirit guides. I am your main spirit guide right now for this phase, and you can always call upon me. Okay. And then she vanished. So that's how I came in closer contact with Kwan Yin, starting with this little card that came to me in mysterious ways by a totally unknown stranger. And then she even showed up in a moment where I was open enough to perceive it, and told me that she is my main guide, my main spirit guide. Okay, that explains a lot why children and animals are kind of drawn to me. I just open up my door to the garden, and then some birds are coming, or some animals. And it even happened to me that when I was traveling in Brazil and was in some little guest house, one morning I opened my door and there sat a little bird. And it didn't flow away, it stayed there. And usually they are not staying calm in one place for longer than a few minutes. So I got instantly, this bird needs help. So I used some of my energy methods to give healing energy and send him whatever he needed in form of white light, and correct maybe some injuries, some traumas and fears or whatever had happened to that bird. And after another 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then he shook himself and flew away. And some days later, in the same little guest house, I opened my door to go to the breakfast room and have my breakfast, and there was a stray dog sitting in front of the door. And he really held his paw in front of me, and I could see there was blood from maybe a fight between dogs. And I wonder how they know in which door or behind which door somebody lives who knows how to heal or to send healing energy. Of course, I sent healing energy to that dog, and after a short while, he let down his paw and could walk on it, and he walked away, licking his paw. And that happens quite often to me, and well, compassion for animals, that's kind of built in. It makes sense if she's my main guide, Kwan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Okay, so here we go. And I'm sure you all will meet your spirit guides sooner or later. And you don't even have to know their name, although it kind of simplifies for me whenever I'm in need, I need an answer or to understand something, I can call upon her. And she reacts with the vibration of her name, of course. That's why she gave me this name, Kwan Yin. And the funny thing is, she's not only well known in nearly all Asia, she's also the patron of Tibet, where I had one of my last incarnations before this one. So there's a lot of things coming up now that make sense to me about this connection. And I really love Kuan Yin. She's a wonderful teacher and guide. So I want to leave you with that, and I wish you your happy meeting with your spirit guide or guides or your main spirit guide for the time now. Be happy. Try to raise your vibration. The happier you are, the better you are, and everything is working well. So I want to leave you with that. Encounters with spirit guides, look forward. They are coming up now more and more, and they show up with all the people who want that kind of contact. Okay, thank you, dear souls. Blessings, love, and light onto your soul path. Bye.